online interactions not rated by the ESRB, because they knew that if they waited long enough, the online stuff would be disabled and they wouldn't have to bother. And here we have a weird, ominous tune leading into the game, which is totally not something that's in an unused event. Also, we're going to have live editing on this one, so be prepared. I've got everything laid out. It's, most of the time not going to be used for anything, but, I figure for cutscenes and stuff, it'll be cool to just kind of be able to flip between screen sizes. Majority of the game is going to be, just a normal layout that makes sense. But yeah. So here we have Totally Not David Tennant and weird pink-haired guy. I don't really know what their deal is. Oh my god. Okay. Playing with things in real time, but yeah. Despite this disaster of an intro, it's gonna get a lot more normal when the game actually starts, but I figured I'd sit through the intro. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, this is Pokemon Platinum. I have plans for this game. They're strange plans. Bottom screen, there we go. I swear, recording DS games and trying to have them fill the screen in a way that makes sense is like the most freaking nightmarish thing you could ever have. Alright, so that was the intro. Never doing that shit again. Let's get this stuff started. Oh, wait, we've got more nightmarish intro. Hold on. Let's, and we have slow-ass text, too. I think I chose the wrong size. Okay, I'll stop fucking around. Let's just do the normal setup here. It'll be fine. So here we have a guy that I haven't come up with a stupid nickname for. Obviously, as it says right there, his name is Rowan. I'm going to call him Rowan, I guess. I don't really have a good name for him. I will not call him the Pokemon Professor, because there are many of them. Yeah, we're not doing any info. And here is the reason why I did not do this on the DS capture card. Well, one of a couple reasons. The touchscreen is borked, as you got to see live in my playthrough of the first part of Ranger, so I cannot do things like this. There's not many of them, but they do exist. We humans live alongside Pokémons. Yeah, I don't know. What do I do? Not a whole lot. I just make kids do their work for me. Do my work. Shut up. Okay. So now you get to choose your fashionably challenged character here. I really don't like either of them, but as tradition demands, I will be the girl, because I am in like every single Pokemon thing that I do. So I don't really understand the whole hat and scarf versus bare legs thing she has going on, but whatever. And for this one, we're going to go with my current favorite name. This changes from time to time, but right now it is Kendra. And I don't know what we're going to name this asshole. Let's see, he's got Lucas from Mother 3 hair. He has a Waldo shirt. He's a complete spaz. I'm trying to think of some really annoying character that I could name this guy after. In Black 2, I named the rival Sir Ron, because he seemed very Sir Ron Lionheart-ish, but, this one clearly we'll go with Roy. No, I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue the tradition. Here, I have to tell this story, and you're not going to be able to see much going on while I tell this story, but it has to be told now to build into the explanation. In my original playthrough of Platinum on console, I named my rival Bagel, thinking that I was going to reset the file very shortly after, and I ended up not doing that. and the name stuck. So I was stuck with a rival with a really stupid name. So we're gonna go with Donut, which also doubles as a reference to, like, making fun of Jonah, because that never gets old. Because I call him Donut sometimes. But anyway. Grand journey and adventure and happiness, and may discover things all about yourself. Go on and shrink down into a strange-looking sprite from that strange pose that you had there to begin with. I don't know why they changed this broadcast at the beginning. Like, it used to be this tie-in to the Red Gyarados, and then they just got rid of that. I really don't know why. It sounded like a pretty shitty program. Okay, so... No! Take one step, and then again. Let's do the donut all together now. The broadcast was not that interesting, Donut. You don't have to be so excited about it. And also, he's making really weird conclusions. Oh my god, I just want to speed up the text, please. Yeah, I forgot about his stupid fining thing. Okay, so... First thing we gotta do, immediately fricking turn up the text speed. Don't know why you would ever want it on anything other than that. Gonna leave battle scene on for now, I might turn it off eventually. Sticking with shift because I'm, like, wuss. This doesn't matter. And what frame do we want? I always like the grassy ones. There's a weird purpley one. This one's kind of like shaman-ish. These are the important things, people. We gotta spend time on this. I'll just go with the grass. Alright. So, no. For some reason, the, like, DS button layout doesn't translate to the keyboard the way I expect it to, so I always mess up. But I will get used to it, I'm sure. As we slowly plod around until we get the running shoes. Can't go in that grass, you might get attacked by, like, a beaver or something. You never know. And we've got, like, excellent little glitchy ground going on here. That's gonna be a fun thing. So here we also have random snow. It's for some reason one of the things they included in the transition from Diamond and Pearl to Platinum. I, for the life of me, don't know why. No, you can't go that way. You might get attacked by beavers. Okay. So fine, let's go to the house. You'll notice that I did not talk to random fat guy standing by the water talking about the marvels of technology. I'll talk to him in a bit, because he always has to be spoken to. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Does he just... like... I don't even have a joke, really. I was gonna make a joke about Ritalin O's, but I don't think anybody knows what Ritalin O's are. Let's see, I gotta go get some Pokémon, so I'm just gonna run out, don't bring my bag, don't do anything. Continually bitch about finding people. Don't worry, we won't have to worry about him much longer. Because he dies in the first cutscene. No, that would be kind of excellent, though. Please, running shoes. Please, running shoes. Yeah, it is too slow, exactly. I like this guy's, solution to the problem here. It's great. If you can hear random moaning, that's a kid upstairs. I don't know if that's audible. So yeah, like, basically, when you go into grass, Pokemon appear. So to avoid it, let's go between the grass. Makes sense. Alright, let's just get through all this crap. Like, they're seriously overplaying this tall grass. It's kind of amazing. They tried to go into the grass. My god. What if they had gotten attacked by a beaver or something? I would have never let myself live that down. Is it right for me? Well, I don't know them at all, so yes. Yes, it is. And then we have a 1,000-year door moment where we have to answer, yes, I love Pokemon 100 times. No, I would totally edit no. But, I am kind of curious what the no answer would be, but he'd be like, what the heck, again? And then, like, just not even going to worry about any of that, so. Anyway, I've not explained the basis of this playthrough yet. I'll be getting to it in a bit after we get through this intro crap. God, this reckless endangerment. There's nothing dangerous in there. I could probably fricking, like, smother it with my scarf. I don't understand why this guy is, like, apparently so much more mature than you when it's, like, just the alternate player character. I don't really get it. But whatever, I'm not going to question the story. I'm totally going to question the story, don't worry about it. Well, I'm leaving. Nope, leaving. Okay, so you cannot press right or down. What if you press left and then down? Nope. Okay. So here we go. These are Pokeballs. Which will you choose? This part doesn't matter because I'm not going to be using the starter, but I've decided that I am going to be going with Turtwig so that the rival gets an Infernape, because that will make things slightly more hard at the end. And, you know, extra challenge is necessary. Yeah. So, I'll explain a little bit more about that whole bagel thing. When I got this game, one of the things I needed to do with it was, I basically needed to send a Turtwig and a Piplup to my copy of Pearl. And if you'll remember from back a few years ago, I used to have that, like, ridiculously strict, no trading allowed philosophy, and that included trading between my own games, so I had to, like, be very particular about how I did it. So basically what I did was, I picked I chose Piplup, I traded it over, and then I picked Turtwig, and I was going to trade it over, and then I was going to restart my file after that, and then start with Turtwig again. And what ended up happening was I noticed that my ID number in that game was 00386, which is a strangely significant number, because 386 is like the number of Pokemon in Gen 3. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, I want to keep that ID number. So I ended up not restarting the file, and therefore was stuck with a rival named Bagel. It was kind of great. Also, I'm trying to think of what to nickname this thing, because I'm not going to use it beyond these first couple battles, but I usually do like to nickname stuff, so I'll just call it, like, Cooper or something, I don't know. Alright, well, that's done. Oh yeah, I was trying to remember, like, was it, I think it's Gen 5 that they, like, changed it so the starters give, like, not quite enough experience to level up. By the way, I do have a speed-up key. I'm probably going to be using it in later situations. I'm not really sure why I'm not using it now, honestly. I probably should start doing it, and I just don't. Once again, totally playing up the severity of these Pokemon in the wild, in the long grass. And here we go, running shoes. Okay, the game is now slightly more tolerable. Nope, never seeing you again. Alright, so what are the marvels of technology? Just like wireless trading and stuff? Yeah. Also, what the hell is going on with his hair there? That is like really bad blockiness. Huh, okay. Not sure if that's emulator issues or not. But anyway, let's put up with this asshole a little bit more. So, yep, let's we've got our level 5 starters. Let's catch legendaries. And run into signs, apparently. Okay. I like how this section here is Verity Lakefront. It has no reason to be a separate section, because there's nothing here. Actually, there's like a tiny mushroom there or something, but that's literally the only thing here. I didn't read the sign. He might have been lying. And we have Ape Escape music. Let me just rattle on about evil stuff. Yes, nobody's listening to me at all. Mumbling. Oh, hey, there's kids here. Okay. Bet he's never coming back. Wait, I forgot that Mesprit was actually here. Or Mesprit. I call it Mesprit. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to call it. It's spelled Mesprit, but... And here's probably the best line of the game. P-O-K accent E balls. Because that's, yeah. Accent E. Alright, so yeah. I wonder who's gonna get there first. Maybe it's this jackass. Alright. Well, time for the first Pokemon of the game. Is it gonna be a Bidoof? Is it going to be a shiny Bidoof? Also, I don't have any P-O-K accent E balls, so I guess there's no reason for me to actually find one. I'm sure I'll be running into some here. And I think this is... there we go. And we've got... Yup. Vicious Beavers. Okay. Not gonna bother grinding any of these, so... Grinding any of these, you know what I mean. However, I will be grabbing the tiny mushroom that is over here, because it never hurts to have some early money. Okay, so apparently my options are run or speed up while not running, which makes no difference to the speed. I don't know why I did not use them both at the same time. And I'll kind of get more used to the controls after I play it a bit. But yeah, I don't remember if this is the first game that introduces, like, the running making encounters more common. It might have been in Gen 3, honestly, and I just never noticed it. Or it might have not come around until Gen 5. I don't know which is the case. Hey, you have free shit. Free shit. Free shit. Free shit. Yay, free shit. Free shit's always good. Okay, I have successfully gotten through the grass without dying. I didn't even have to fight any of them, so I, once again, am going to claim that they've been overplaying the danger of the grass. Yeah. Oh my god, look, it's you. It's something about Pokemon Professor and thing and get the Pokedex and stuff, and I don't even frickin' care. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll just name it, like, Cooper. Not after the, Paper Mario character, just because I can never go 3 seconds without making a Vine Sauce reference, so Field of Coopers, I don't know. And I chose no, alright. This is gonna be the greatest LP of our generation, I can already tell. These foolhardy children. If you weren't kind, well, I wouldn't even want to think about that. Then I'd have to kill you. Alright, so I've known you for 3 seconds, you've had this Turtwig, you did 1 battle with it. Clearly, you can record all of the Pokemon in Sinnoh. Because I'm too lazy to do it myself. which, again, this has been asked a million times by everybody who's ever played this series, but, like, is the trainer filling in the data, or is it already there and you're just collecting it? Because if it's that, it makes no sense that you even have to do this unless it's like a personal journey of, like, discovery. But they never word it like that. They're always like, I need you to find this info for me. Like, I don't know. Anyway, free return TM. Since this is not Gen 5, it is single use, so I'm certainly not going to use it on Turtwig. Here we have our necessary tour. Yeah, I think I have to go back. Okay. There might be some shit in the sand, I'm not really sure. Let's head down here, catch a Finneon. Because I clearly have a fishing rod. Yeah, I think there's, like, pearls in the sand here. I don't know this for certain. I'm going to check anyway. I'm not going to check that well, though. I'll come back later. Alright. So, here is... Yeah. Well, let's backtrack. Don't care. I'm noticing that, the cries do not speed up when you're speeding up the game. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure why it does that. So, by the way, I'm leaving forever. Hope you don't mind. That's the only reason. Come back sometimes. I'd like to see the Pokemon that you catch. Not, I want to see my only child. It just... Yeah, here. Parcel. Yes, I am indeed thirsty. Quite parcel, to be exact. Okay, so... Let's list off changes that we've seen so far since Diamond and Pearl. There's random snow in a few places. You get your Pokemon here instead of at the lake. Some of the dialogue is different. You get a free TM. And, the battling is slightly less slow and shit. That's, probably the biggest thing here. As far as third versions go, some of them are more worthwhile than others. And, Platinum, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't change that much from Diamond and Pearl, but it's definitely an improvement over them, because the battle speed in the original games is freaking, like, glacial. For some reason, I don't know why. And it also expands the regional decks, which is nice, so that's really the main reason why it's better. Here, give me some Pokeballs. Gotta get that free Premier Ball. I think I'll be okay without potions for a little bit. Actually, hold on, I should sell that tiny mushroom. I don't think this game has the person that gives you more money for that. I think that didn't start until Gen 5. So yeah. Should I get potions, actually? Yeah, I'll get a few. The very beginning of the game is the only time you ever really have to worry about money. Unless you're going to be doing a shit ton of, like, TM purchasing and buying a million coins for the game corner and stuff like that, which I very well might be doing in this playthrough. We'll see. Alright, so here, let's skip the mandatory tutorial because nobody gives a single shit. Here we go. I love that. He's like, and that's how you do it. Well, actually, I should have done this, but, whatever. Like, why did they do it like that? That's really stupid. It's the same... Oh, hey. More Pokeballs. Well, I've got all the Pokeballs I'm going to need for the whole game, because I'm not going to be catching everything, so... I'm really only going to catch stuff that I plan on using. And allow me to immediately prove myself wrong, because, it's going to be not very long until I get to my first Pokemon that I can catch that I'm using for my team, but it'll be like another route or two. And so, since I am not going to be using Turtwig whatsoever, it is time for me to get my first Pokemon, which is not a Starly. And there's only one other thing here, so I bet you can guess what it is. And of course, nothing but Starly shows up. Excellent. Come on. Here we go. And it's a female, which is what I wanted. Okay, so let's immediately do better than Lucas and actually weaken the damn thing. This thing is probably going to be primarily an HM slave. But I'm going to be using it exclusively until I get my first team member, which will not be very long from now. So, this thing is going to be named Becky, because I like the name Becky, and because it is Bucktooth, and it sounds like Bucky. So, there we go. Back when this was going to be a Cleffa-only run, Becky was going to be my main team member up until the second gym, because you don't get a Cleffa until you can reach Mount Coronet. Now that I'm able to use things that is not Cleffa, I will not be needing it for as long, but go ahead and put it in the front. Cooper's gonna be there for, like, emergency backup if I need it. So, let's do some grinding. Because, I will have to get past a couple trainers, and I'd rather not die against them. So this part's gonna be fun. I could probably skip this part, honestly, but I won't. Like, cut it out, I mean. So, let's see, what other early game stuff can we talk about here? There's gonna be a lot of random, like, rambling and talking about stuff that is not even remotely on topic in this game, which is to be expected. A lot of it is going to be at least somewhat Pokemon related, though, because Lord knows I have enough random trivia about the series to, like, fill a reasonably large cup. Nothing more than that, though, just a reasonably large cup. But yeah, I'll go ahead and explain the mission statement for this playthrough here. It's been said in a few other places, but obviously I'd like to have it be stated in the thing properly for anyone just going into this playthrough not watching my other stuff. The idea behind this one is I'm going to be using a team of only baby Pokemon. Baby Pokemon are defined as ones that, their first stage, obviously, like, not evolved, but not every first stage Pokemon is a baby. So, like, for example, Bidoof is not a baby. The majority of them are things that were, like, they're just pre-evolutions, basically, like Pichu, Cleffa, that kind of stuff. Like, things that were introduced in a later generation than their evolved form. But not every one of them is like that, because Togepi and Riolu are also considered babies. This is because they are in the no eggs group. That's basically what defines it. So, the full list from memory here is Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Azurill, Wynot, Budew, Chingling, Bonsly, Mime Jr., Happiny, Munchlax, Mantike, and Riolu. I think that's it. And so, some of those are not obtainable in this game without trading or hacking, so I do not plan on using those. Like, there's no reason why I couldn't. Like, since this is very obviously emulated, I could just use cheat codes, or if I was playing on the actual game, I could trade stuff over. I'm not going to do that, though, because I just didn't really feel like it. The majority of them are available in the game at some point. And, if you're wondering if I have a definite team planned, I kind of do, but it's not 100%, and it is probably going to be changing throughout the game. Because, for instance, Mantike is available very close to the end, and I do want to use it, but I'm not going to be leaving a spot in my team for it the entire time. I'll just have something else and then replace it, so. Here we have our first trainer battle, not counting Donut. And is this the guy with the... yeah. I remember this first battle being deceptively difficult, because if you didn't grind at all, a level 5 doesn't sound like much, but it is Like, it's the same level as your first rival fight, but it's also higher than you might expect, especially if you got attacked by a bunch of wild Pokemon and didn't heal. I don't think this thing has Peck, though, so if you have Turtwig, it doesn't have an advantage over you. Anyway, there it goes. And of course, the trainer was named Tristan, so let's go ahead and,
Don't be shy about talking to trainers you'd like to battle. Pokemon grow stronger and stronger from battling.
I should have done the voice prior to that, but I did not. Allow me to also explain my screen setup here. As you could tell from my earlier cutscene finagling, I basically have it prepared for a full screen top and bottom, mostly for cutscenes. The setup that I have right now, and then the reverse of this, which is not going to be used very often, but if there's bottom screen stuff, I'll use it. So, I'll be switching through those as they become, relevant, and, I don't like the fact that there's a big black spot there, but it's no different from playing any other game that isn't widescreen and having black on the sides, so it's not really a big deal. If I ever have to do, random editing and, make snide comments and stuff, then that'll be a place to stick it, so it works. I know sometimes, people, including myself, will record DS games and basically have, the big screen and then have both screens on the side, and that isn't bad, but it's also redundant and doesn't really need to be there, so I'm fine with just the black spot. If, a ton of people complain about it, I might change it, but I think this is fine. Alright, so there goes Burmy, and since it's relevant, I'll also explain here, when I first played through Pearl version, my first day getting it, I got to this route with my Chimchar and nothing else, went through the catching tutorial, and I was planning on using a Shinx, so I looked around for a few. I caught one. I wanted to make sure I got one with, the ability that I wanted. I actually don't remember if it gets more than one ability, but it's been a long time. Caught the one I wanted it, named it, and then, I swear to God, the next battle was a shiny Shanks. It was kind of incredible, honestly. My only shiny I had ever seen up to that point was a Psyduck in Sapphire, so it's by now I've actually gotten quite a good number of them, but this was my second one ever, and it was an hour into the game. So, I will never forget that thing. I didn't use it. I considered it too valuable to use. If that had happened now, I would have definitely used it, but that was before I decided that I hated online trading, and I thought that I might eventually want to get something good from it, but I didn't. I held on to it. So anyway, here we have Looker, which is also known as Detective Handsome or something in the Japanese version, but he's David Tennant. Everybody knows it. He's new to this game. Kind of a random inclusion that doesn't really do a whole lot, but he's kind of cool, I guess. He's funny at least. And for some reason, he's shown up in every game since. Much like Cynthia. Don't be a thief. Is that actually a saying, or is that just a thing that, is true? I don't know. Sure, we'll say that it is. Yeah. Yep, never using that thing. Okay, well, he's gone. So, trainer school, I'll worry about that in a minute. There's a fair number of things you can do in Jubilife. Tweaking is not one of them, because they removed that in this game, and I don't have the bike yet. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe I can get a Budew up here. So I'm going to try and do that. I could very well be wrong, so we'll find out after I shuffle around a bit. Yep, here we go. Okay. I actually wanted a male one, so I'm gonna let this one go. Also, I need to take a second and actually look up if they get different abilities, because that will be important, so be back in a second. Okay, I looked it up. I'm going to be aiming for one with Natural Cure. The other possibility is Poison Point. I feel between the two, Natural Cure is more useful, so that's what I'm going to shoot for. So I've got a 1 out of 4 chance of finding the Budew that I want, assuming that I can find another one in general. I don't know how rare they are. So, might be cutting here. I'll give it a few more attempts. If it doesn't seem to show up, then I'll just look for it off screen, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'll give this like 2 more encounters. Nope. Okay. Off-screening until I find it. Never mind. It was the very next encounter. Question is, does this one have... that's not intrusive or anything. Does this one have the ability that I want? I'm going to tackle it a few times, and if I get poisoned, then I know that it's not. But that's not a guarantee, so... Well, that's why I save stated. If this is not the one I want, then we'll find out in a minute, so... I'm going to use my Premier Ball, because it is a team member, so... Alrighty. I am going to nickname this thing. If this turns out to not be the one I want, I'm just going to reload that save state, so... There might be some time shifting going on, but, this one is going to be... Terrence. And my reason for that is because Budew sounds like Buddy, and that reminds me of the, like, South Park Canadian, like, Buddy kind of thing. So it is Terrence from Terrence and Phillip. I could name it Phillip, but I like the name Terrence more because it's weird. So, let's find out if Terrence here is Natural Cure. It is, okay. And it is Serious, which I believe is a neutral nature. I'm not going to aim for natures here, don't worry. Honestly, I can use all the help I can get, so I should be aiming for natures, but I don't plan to. So, we're sticking with it. And I think that's actually going to be a good point to end here. I have not used my new team member yet, but I have acquired it, and next time we will be ditching Becky after some level grinding and moving on with the game. So let us save. Saving a lot of data, not just some data. I think that happens, you get that when it's a new file, and you also get it if you ever mess with the PC at all. Does speed up the saving? Okay, there we go. So, see you next time.